Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and I have a message for you all. First off, excuse my voice. It is the season for me to get a bit of a sore throat. And I've been pumping out a lot of messages for you guys. So, excuse my voice. And if I take a long pause, it's because I'm sipping on some hot tea. So, Happy New Year again to everyone. I would like to address a question that was posed to me in the comment section where someone asked about exes and they coming back, but their behavior remains the same. So I don't know how long you've been subscribed to my channel. I have touched on this a couple of times, well, actually, more than a few times in the past. But there is a spiritual significant reason. It's never on the 3D surface. You may or may not really like this answer, and it may not be the answer that you're looking for because when you're looking at it from the 3D perspective, which is the carnal mind, you want the person to just change. You want them to be different because you want them. But see, what you have to understand is that perhaps the person is not meant to be in your life. But the way the tarot works and the way energy works is a person will continue to come back into your life until you've learned a lesson. Now, the lessons could be significantly different for all of you as it relates to your ex, but the lesson is about evolution. It's about evolving to be a better you, depending on where you are in terms of your frequency. As I've stated before, a lot of people strive to become the emperor and the empress. That is the energy you want to fully embody. And so, therefore, these people or person will continuously be sent into your life until you fully embrace those energies. So, for an example, if you have an ex that constantly comes back, the universe is allowing this person to come back because there could be something that you haven't fully recognized within yourself. When the person comes back, instead of paying attention to them, pay attention to what triggers you. That would be the devil energy, essentially. Pay attention to your shadow side, pay attention to what ignites within you because it's something within you that needs to be healed. Only an unhealed person will continue to take back an ex who hasn't changed the behavior because you can't force someone to change. So the universe will say, all right, since you didn't learn last year, that I'm going to send this person to you again this year. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a good or a bad thing. An ex can come back, and the lesson would be for you to cut them off, give them tough love, and move forward. Because let me give you an example of why this is important. Let's say while the ex is gone, a new person comes into your life who's absolutely perfect in your eyes, right? This person treats you with kindness, they treat you with respect. They do everything that your ex has never done for you. And then your ex somehow feels that energy and they try to come back into your life. And so what ends up happening is that's how you end up in a love triangle. So your ex will feel that energy and try to attempt to come back into your life. And if you haven't fully embraced the ending with them and cut them off, you'll be tempted to go back to the past and then you'll hurt this new person who's done nothing to you. So you have to kind of look outside the box. Um, when you're thinking about an ex, sometimes the ex will come back because they have changed and there's a reason. And other times it's for you to cut them off and assess the situation and see if you've changed. Okay. Now, sometimes an ex will come back changed and also so sometimes an ex will come back and you're different. You should be different though. Okay. Because if you go through the cycle of the tarot, you should be different. There should be some sort of change within you that has happened since they've left. You should have grown spiritually. There should be some sort of significant healing that you've embarked upon within you. So when this person comes back, you may not even want them anymore. Typically, that's what happens when you've healed from a person or you've gone through that transformational portal and you've evolved spiritually. You typically don't want them back because you begin to see them from a different set of lenses. Now, it depends, right? Because this is not for everybody. Now, sometimes the ex comes back and it's meant to be. They've changed, you've changed, but they're meeting your expectations, or they're meeting you where you're at. They've evolved spiritually as well. And you'll know that intuitively. You can feel it, it's in your gut. But if you have an ex that continues to come back and they have not changed, that means it's something that you need to change. It has nothing to do with them because you keep allowing this person back into your life and they're the same, doing the same behavior. So there's something about that behavior that they're doing that you need to pay attention to within yourself, meaning, why am I allowing myself to be disrespected? Why do I not love myself enough to put up boundaries? Why do I not love myself enough to cut them off and become the king and queen of swords? Why am I continuously using my emotions and not embodying logic? Um, and that's how you have to look at it. Again, this message, depending on where you are in terms of your own spirituality, um, you may or may not like that message. If you're a higher thinker, if you can think outside the box, if you're looking at it from a spiritual standpoint, this is the reason why exes come back and they haven't changed. Okay. And they'll continue to come back until you've changed, cut them off, because this person is not meant to be in your life. They're meant to teach you a lesson, and that's just what it is. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that helped.